Okay, so everybody out there in Team Easton, we have got Courtney Deifel with us today, head coach, University of Arkansas. 4 years ago, let's see, the fourth coach in the program history. This is her fifth year. This was a strange year, and 4.5 of them. She's got 147 wins, doing a great job out there. Tell us again why you came to Arkansas. What drew you to the program?
Well, there's a few things. I was always a fan of the SEC from the outside looking in, and just the competitive level. And I just think it's the best conference for competition. I always kind of watched Arkansas. I had a really good friend that worked here, so he kind of gave me an inside look of that. And then when the job came open and I had the opportunity to come on campus, it doesn't take long to see what a special place this is. And just the commitment from the department is second to none. What they do for student athletes, you can tell the second you step on campus that their commitment to the student athletes, in my opinion, is the best there is.
I can understand that. I think, looking at the website, looking at the facilities in Fayetteville, the support out there is unbelievable. So not hard to see why you chose going to Arkansas. I'm going to give all the kids out there watching a little rundown on kind of where you came from before you were there. So before coming to Arkansas, you had a great run as an All-American catcher at Cal. You won the Women's College World Series in 2002. After that, you spent a few seasons as a pro and won an NPF title. So, you've got a history of winning at every level that you've been at as a player. And then you started your collegiate coaching career, right? Oklahoma and Louisville. And then in 2015, you spent that 1 year in Maryland running the Terrapins program, and then ended up in Arkansas. So this is crazy. The more that I do these, how many head coaches are catchers?
I don't know. It's interesting.
A lot.
A lot. But you even look at Major League Baseball, and some of the best managers were former catchers. And I think as a catcher, you just have such a pulse on the whole team. You're an extension of the staff. You're a coach on the field, if you're doing it the right way. So I think they kind of are training catchers to become great coaches. And so I'm biased to the catching position, but I think that all the years of catching prepares you to be a coach.
Hey, and it must be working, because I got to say, your first year in Fayetteville, you won 17 games. And since then, 3 straight regionals. You hosted a regional. You've been to a super regional. 2018 NFCA D1 South Regional Coaching Staff of the Year. 2017 D1 Softball News Coach of the Year. You're doing things right out there, really building a powerhouse program in the SEC. We love having you on Team Easton for that, so it's great stuff.
Thank you so much. We love being on Team Easton, but I get asked a lot just kind of about the trajectory of the program, and I just have to give a ton of credit to the student athletes that we've had and the players on our team. And I think I have the best staff in the country, so they work their butts off, and they're so beyond committed. But our student athletes are the ones that have been the difference makers, because if they don't want to commit to making this program move forward, it's not going to move forward. So we've had 30 players that want to leave their mark on this program, as do we, and they just keep pushing us forward every year. So I'm really proud to be their coach.
That's great stuff. So I'm going to jump to a question I was going to ask you later on. But what is it that you look for? What makes a really good Razorback softball player?
Well, I don't think it's an exact recipe, but obviously they have to have a certain talent level. They have to have a level of talent that's going to be successful in our conference, our performance league. But beyond that, we look at the person. We're never going to sacrifice talent alone for not the right character fit for us. So when you come to watch us play, it's going to be pretty evident that we recruit that gritty, competitive, selfless teammate that is going to fit our system and thrive in our system. So for us, it's definitely person first, and just making sure they have that talent to perform and excel in the SEC.
Good stuff. So this season, was no exception to what you've been doing the last few years. I think you guys were 19-6 in the records, and you were 17 or 18 in the nation. So you were another top 20 team on a trajectory again to probably host a regional. Season ends, right? Coronavirus.
Mm-hmm.
What is the message that you give to your girls and to any girl out there playing whose season was interrupted and over? How do you keep the motivation? How do you keep that flame lit inside of you to when softball does come back, that you're ready?
Well, it's tough for us in the situation we're in because, in all honesty, it's so far from our next big game, and so we kind of had that. We had that conversation with our team. I had the conversation with our leaders, and it was just us deciding as a group what's it going to look like. What's our commitment level right now when our next game isn't until February? There's a lot of that you can make right now of not having access to facilities or weight rooms, but and you can find all the excuses you want, but that's not going to get us anywhere. And so it was just deciding what's it going to look like for us moving forward, and making sure it's something that's sustainable, obviously, and then holding each other accountable to it. So I think that's the most important thing. But for us, and I think for softball players everywhere, is I think this is a great lesson to us that the game can be taken away at any time. And I think that's what I'm hearing from our players the most, is not taking it for granted and just being hungry, or they're ready when it comes back.
Yeah, I bet.
And because it's taken from you, it just kind of it just instills that lesson that you just never know. And so you just have to pour yourself into it.
It's a great lesson to learn for everybody out there. Maybe it makes kids fall in love with the game a little bit more. And, hey, when you got it, I don't know what a day in the life of Arkansas Razorback softball player it is, but I got to imagine they're up early, they're in the weight room, they go to school, they come to practice, they go back to, studying, and then it's all over again. So maybe you don't get so angry at 4 a.m. when you got to get up for weights, right?
Yeah, our wake up call isn't quite 4 a.m. No, but yeah, it's a huge commitment to play softball at any level, but especially at the college level. It's a huge commitment, and you have to love what you do. And I think that this just kind of instilled in all of our girls how much they love the game and how much they miss it. They're like, as much as we complain or whatever when we're in the middle of it, we'd give anything to be in the weight room. We'd give anything to be at one of our tough practices.
Yeah.
All those things. So it's been a huge lesson for all of us.
Just being together with the team. How do you build a good family environment, a culture? How do you build that? Like, how do you get everybody on the same ship, moving in the same direction, where every role is important?
Well, I think authenticity and honesty, and realizing that a family, it doesn't mean it's rainbows and sunshine every day, but more than anything, that we all love each other and we respect each other and we all are on the same team, and all want the same thing. So I think it's just showing up. I think it's them knowing that we all care for each other and showing that, not just saying it, because then that's when we really get more out of our players, when they know our heart behind everything and why we do what we do.
Got it. All right, let's make sure that we talk about Bogle. I mean, that is, I look at the pictures and I'm mind blown. In person, it's got to be unbelievable. Tell everybody about your facilities.
It's incredible. We are so fortunate to get to play in Bogle and practice in Bogle every day. And I just think it's one of the best atmospheres in college softball. Our fans are incredibly loyal. That's the one thing that's super unique about Arkansas, is that we have no professional teams and no other big state schools. So the Razorbacks are the professional team. The Razorbacks, there's just a loyalty from one end of the state to the next. And so they show up for us, and I think it's incredible. My favorite part of our facility is our berm in the outfield. And it's been pretty incredible just to see the fans show up, and you almost get this like surround sound at Bogle. And it's just incredible. And for, 3,000 fans to be calling the Hogs with us, it's unlike anything I've been around. But beyond that too, we have, I think, one of the best indoors in the country. And so for us, whenever we have some bad weather, we don't skip a beat. And so we can go inside. It's our own facility, and the commitment that our department's shown to softball is incredible. We're really lucky.
I saw Bettina. She was on here just now. She played out there, and she just said, best facilities in the country right there. Woo piggies.
Thanks, B.
So shout out to Bettina on there. Awesome stuff. Hey, leave the kids out there who are watching right now with the last bit of advice as they're trying to get back on the field. Give them some motivation, something to work for heading into 2021.
I would just say to go for it. Don't hold anything back, because I really do think that whatever you set your heart on, you can accomplish it if you're committed to it. So these are crazy times, unprecedented times, and I think we're all going to grow in character through this, and we're all going to be stronger for it. But I would just say commit to your dreams and go for it.
That's great stuff from Courtney Deifel right there, head coach at Arkansas. Hey, we love having you guys on Team Easton. Love watching you guys put up numbers. I think, good God, you guys finished in the top 20 in batting average this year, hitting missiles out there. Great stuff.
Awesome. Thank you so much. We're just really proud to be a part of Team Easton.
You got it. Stay safe and stay ready.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Bye.